one of my close friends has a baby. I've already informed her that I lead a busy lifestyle, so I won't be able to come and visit her as much. However, I've never missed a special event financially. She don't think this is enough. What's everyone's opinions?
What type of friend?
Close friend, innit? So, truthfully, if you've got a close friend, and even if she's had a baby, you've got your own life. It's not down. She can't really tell you that you always have to go see her, innit? Obviously, it's nice. You always got to make time. Always make time for your peoples, of course, especially in times like that where she might need support. But then again, you can only do so much because, especially like it says here, the woman leads a busy lifestyle. So you've got to look after yourself. That might be many other things. She might have her own kids, own family she's got to attend to. You can only do so much for people.
Yeah, but at the same time, it depends on how you value your friendship.
Of course.
And you're not busy 365 times a year. Like there's at some point no one's telling you to be there and stay a night. You pass for an hour, you know what I mean? It's a child, it's a baby, whatever. Cool, it's good that you're there financially, but it depends on obviously, like I said, with the dynamic of your friendship, innit? So if you know that that's how you guys have always planned it to be, that you're going to be around each other when you've got kids and so on and so forth, and now that's how they are, and whatever, cool, it's not they're financially, but you just got the money to do it. That's how I would see it. It's
kind of lazy,
just financially stable enough to give a gift, you know what I mean? And that's not enough.
Really?
It can be
for me in a friendship, innit?
No, of course, it could be seen as lazy, definitely.
I feel like if for him to be investing financially, he must value her. I feel like if they do value each other as friends, then they'll have that communication where they speak about their boundaries and what makes sense for both of their lifestyles. Because it might be seen as it's not enough, but you don't know. He might use all of his spare time with you. 70% of his time he might be at work. Like, you never know. It's all about aligning both lifestyles.
Yeah, no, but like Rashawn's saying, no, she say you've definitely got one day. It's never you can never go see them. You always can at least make one day. That's true. But then, like I'm saying, it's a play devil's advocate.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Coming from a parent, sometimes life happens. I'll be honest. Like, if my friend doesn't come and see my child, calm. But as long as there's some sort of communication or conversation or something, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really stressed. And you don't have to buy presents to make up for the fact that you're not there. Like, I'm not really, like, it's not that deep, but that's the relationship that you're going to have with my child. And I'm not going to force my child to be in anyone's presence. Do you get it? Anyone my child don't want to be around, my child don't want to be around you, so you're not going to be around them. Other than that, I'll be real. I feel like if that's your real friend, one, they should be able to make the time for you, but two, like I said, sometimes life happens and sometimes calendars don't align and sometimes things are more prioritized than other things, and respectfully, that's your child, not theirs. And even if that is your friend, their mind might not functionally be on your child. Yeah, they might have, and when they're ready to be on your child, something can come up. Yeah, so I have an understanding with my friends of, I'll be real, I got a kid, that's my responsibility. I chose to have that child. So if you're not around, you're not around. If you communicate with me that you can't be around, we're good. If you don't communicate, then you don't.
I'm not remembering the exact wording here, but it says it's always something like always there financially for like special occasions. Yeah, so that means that this is more than one special occasion. So how long has it been that the child has been there? Obviously we don't know, but how long has it been? Because obviously it's been more than one thing for it to now be a problem.
I also feel like it depends on your lifestyle. Cause
if you're not living across the world, then I feel like all my friends anyway are within a vicinity. You're not telling me that there's not one day that you can make for so and so.
I think it depends on how you. I think it depends on how you spread out your weekend, how you celebrate.
It's how you
when I had my child, I had a baby shower, a gender reveal, then I had my birthday, and then I gave birth, and that was all in the space of 3 months. Do you get it? However, some people, if they're doing things on either less or even on a bigger scale, they might just have one gender reveal, one baby shower, all as one, and their birthday all on one day, and just call that that's my birthday. You get it? So I just feel like it's tailored to your life, but I don't think you should take it personal.
But like,
I can't lie. Sorry, Destiny.
It's cool.
I've got a friend who she gave birth before me. Her daughter's 2 now. I didn't see her or her daughter until her child was 1, and that was at her first birthday party. But me and her have been close. We talk all the time. I have bought her daughter things all the time. I buy her sort of things. I bought sort of things before she was born, after she was born, but I just haven't been there physically. Our friendship and relationship has still remained close, and we're like sisters till now. It hasn't made a difference. I just think it depends on what you prioritize when it comes to friendship, because if you actually see the physical like attendance as something to you, it will matter and it does like take up a space. But if you don't, and you're able to communicate through the phone and understand that that's enough, then it's not going to affect you as much.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're not saying that the person is not around, they're just saying that they're missing key moments. So
Yeah,
it might just be that the days that you choose don't necessarily work for their schedule, and sometimes that's how it goes. That's what I'm saying. So maybe it's that they're still around, they're still very much present, but they're just not present on the days that maybe you'd want them to be there with everybody.
You know, that's what you got to factor in. If you're there as a friend, obviously, we're talking or whatever, if it's just a thing where it's just like, you're just sending my child, I'd rather you just not do anything, say anything or whatever, than, like, let's say you don't talk at all, and then you're only sending a gift on a birthday. Like, if we're in communication, like what you said, you know, you're still good friends or whatever, then that's different. And you're in university, so it's like, your friends are going to understand that, you know what I mean? Like, your education is what you're trying to get to or whatever, but you did still show up for the special occasions. So you done your bit where you could do your bit. It's like at some point you could try. I'm not saying that you have to in it, because I don't really make the effort on a weekly basis to see my friends and whatever, because I like my own space or whatever. Everyone's built differently. Like when you grow up, you change or whatever. But obviously, it just depends on what your thing is for the friendship, innit?
I feel like a gift or finances is fought for, but I feel like it's not enough. I feel like for you to be friends with someone, part of being in a friendship is seeing each other, or at least showing up for one another. How many events could there be that you couldn't have made it? You couldn't even have passed through or cut through, showed face, you know what I'm saying? Like, how long has it actually been? Sorry?
How many is like, okay, for example, like what you're saying, like at least a birthday and a Christmas? Or
2 events, the third one you need to show up.
Events have to be shown up.
The third one,
but remember
the
that
third
time,
one.
time can like factor over a different period. You get it? So like, you 2 events for one person could be a year, and 2 events for someone could be in that same year. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Me, I'm not gonna lie. With my child, me and my baby father work in party-oriented lifestyles. Do you get it? So to have a party isn't really a thing. Like it's not nothing out of the norm. So to just throw one, we'll just do it for the sake of just doing it. Whereas somebody else, they might not really like the party, they might not like the attention of singing the happy birthday. It might be a one event thing. So I feel like if I do one party every year and you're missing every single year for like 3-4 years, then I'm gonna look at you sideways. But if I'm doing 3-4 events in a year, you're missing every single event, and it's not something to do with work or a family thing, I'll be real.
Yeah, I even feel like the not enough thing might be a selfish outlook of it as well. Like,
what about money?
Being not enough, like, as value to, like, being there in person. Like, because what's the question? Can I read the question again? Yeah. Let me read it again.
Wait,
one of my
close to me?
No, wait, hold on. One of my close friends has a baby. I've already informed her that I lead a busy lifestyle, so I won't be able to come and visit her as much. However, I've never missed a special event financially. She doesn't think this is enough. Yeah, I think saying this isn't enough is a selfish outlook. Something not being enough can be subjective. Do you get it? Like,
I don't think that's fair though.
What?
I can't. I don't think for her to like this isn't enough. If she feels like, I don't feel like it's ever fair to invalidate how some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you feel like I'm invalidating your feelings, yeah, it's never personal, innit? But I said what I said. But I'll never on purposely my main mindset be to go out of my way to make someone feel type of way. You get it? Unless I dislike you, I'm never gonna put it on you like that. Do you get it? So if you're telling me that it doesn't feel enough, if you are genuinely busy, and I can say that because I work with friends who work in the musical industry, so some days they're touring 6 months, they come down for 2 months. In them 2 months, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going away 1 month and I don't have my kid for 2 of those weeks. Cool, that's 2 weeks left. If our schedules are not aligning in them 2 weeks, she's not gonna see me probably till the next year. Do you get it? But I'm not gonna feel type of way. Do you know why? Because I genuinely know you're busy. I feel like busy depends on your own description of busy. Do you get it? Me, I can say I'm busy and I probably ain't busy. I'm just at home. I'm busy with myself. Do you get it? But it depends on what your definition of busy is.
But I still think it's not enough to be able to gift my child but not have a relationship with my child is crazy to me.
So how could they do that away
Be there.
away from the child though? But what if they can't physically be there? What's the equivalent?
I agree.
What's there be no relationship?
How? FaceTime. Like, how do you stay connected to your friends?
FaceTime. Your kids on FaceTime forming a relationship.
We do that
I'm
with
gonna
our
lie,
families that live in other
I feel like it
countries.
depends.
No, but
Like,
I see mine.
I feel like
All of your
a
family.
lot of, I don't know,
I have a family,
parents,
yeah.
respectfully, parents and parents, yeah. I feel like until you're in that situation, the way you think you're gonna act is different to how you actually act.
I feel like
things as a mother
when you realise that there's a priority in place, you start to understand that other people have other priorities that went in those places before.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm a student, yeah, as well as I'm also a mother. Like, when I first gave birth, I had a job as well. All of these things, without a child, those could have been my priority. Seeing somebody else who has another child, it could seem like some days I'm at school, some days I'm at work. When do I have the time? There's actually things to do, and when I have a break, I'm not using that break to see other people. I might be using that break for myself. Now, having a child, I understand that, you know, some of my friends call me to check up on me and they haven't come to see me. I'm not feeling a way about it. I just understand that you're doing something, and I could have been doing the same thing as you before I have a child. It's only now that here I am, I understand the predicament.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the way you think may not, like, it's a bit subjective, because someone else might not think like that.
100%, but that's because of the position we're in. For example, my friend right now, yeah, she's pregnant. She probably feels the type of way that I haven't been to 2 of her events. But if I'm being honest, the main reason that I haven't been to her events is because it's clashed with something else. And with me, I'm a big person on, when it comes to work, if I've committed to being somewhere or performing somewhere or working somewhere, bro, I pride myself on the fact that I'm there. Do you get it? And that I see things through. So if I've already said, cool, I'm going to do this on this date, for me to now cancel, sometimes for me, I'm not really, depending on the scale, and especially if it's putting money in my pocket, respectfully, as a mother, anything that's putting money in your pocket, I will never ask you to put me or my child over that, especially if you got a kid, because I'm not gonna lie, putting money on the table is more to me than anything. Do you get it?
Well, you see, for me, yeah, I'm a bit in the middle like, of this, in the sense of, for me, I like my own space a lot, but obviously, if now it comes to like a thing where, let's say you say I'm having a party, not even like a party, I don't even like to, cause I don't really like partying and stuff like that, but obviously let's say you're doing something at your house or whatever, or you're doing something to like celebrate yourself or mark something or whatever, even if it inconveniences me, I will still make my way there, whether it's for 20 minutes or an hour. That's just person that I'm in it. For me, I feel like
some people
once
don't
you
like
invite
that,
me, I feel like I need to say yes.
lie.
And not all the time, innit?
Some people are like, I'd rather you not come at all than you come for 20 minutes.
100%, but that's what I was gonna say. This is where the difference comes in. This is where the difference comes in.
Yeah.
Because for me, I feel like now I need to be there. I need to show my face for a little bit or give you the support depending on what the situation is. But then I don't feel, when it comes to myself, and now someone calls me and tells me they can't come, to me just, alright, cool. But then I feel like I'm letting someone down by not showing up because you're going to have your way to invite me, and this is something that means something to you, so I feel like I need to support that. But then that's just my thing, but then I don't expect you to reciprocate that. Of course, sometimes to a degree I do, but I'm not pressed if like you tell me no.
I feel like I 100% understand that, but I feel like that depends on the relationship you have with your friends. Me, I'm a low maintenance friend. We cannot speak for 6 months and then get into conversation and the relationship is completely the same. I don't feel no type of way. Me, I'm not good on social media. 2, if you think Snapchat is going to be our main source of communication, you're just going to get aired. 3, my phone is on DND all the time. Do you get it? So me, as it is, trying to get through to me is probably not the easiest. So I can respect where, if you tried, to me that's enough to get, because I'm not the easiest person to get. Rush around you try to get a hold of me. I'm not the easiest person to get a hold of, but I'll accept the fact that cool, you tried. If I call you back and we keep missing each other, then cool. Like when we catch up, we catch up. But I'm a low maintenance friend, so I think it just depends on the relationship you actually have with your friends.
Yeah, but I think that it comes down to you as a person, because I don't really expect anything from anyone in it. Like obviously there's like a certain level of respect that obviously I expect. But
again, I'm not gonna lie, I do agree with you because I think it depends on the situation. Like
I
what you
feel
said.
like
You know what? I could say I do agree with you.
whatever level of friendship we are, if you can't just show up to see my child once, like, what are we?
But I feel like if we're actually,
nothing. Do you know
if
what
we're
I mean?
actually
Like,
close,
there needs to be some
like,
type of
I can't
relationship. Or
imagine
just stop
that
sending
to-
the gifts to them. Like, they're not gonna know who that's coming from when my child don't see you.
But what if they did it just once and they weren't
Yeah,
able
once
to
it's
do
fine.
it ever again?
Once it's fine. Once it's
Once
fine.
a year.
Once a year.
Once it's fine, but once
Once
it
a
starts
year.
coming up, oh, but I got work. You've told me 6 times I got work now. Come on now.
I've been working.
Going mad.
You know what?
Yeah. Schedule yourself.
I think that's what it's all like. The way we're gonna deal with this type of situation, they're gonna come until we see with the person. If I'm seeing that I'm inviting you to events and you're never there, but to attend a normal Bacchanal versus Soca event, you can make it every Saturday.
Yeah, side by
That's where the
side.
problem comes in. If I can see that your lifestyle is really work and yourself, I can't be mad at that.
But then,
Like-
let me not gonna lie, let me contradict you,
Let me
Chris.
say something back to the
Go on.
question. Yeah, it says the person says that they're always supporting or they support financially. It doesn't actually say that they're present at the moment. It just says they might just send man a little change or something for the birthday. Like if you value like the money, then fair enough. You can't really be mad because at least they're supporting your child somehow. It might be for nappies or whatever or whatnot. That change is helping whatever the cause is, innit? But if you're more worried about whether the child or the person is physically there with you and the child, creating a bond with the child, then obviously you have every right to feel a certain type of way if you want to build that connection, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
For me, I wouldn't accept any financial gain or gift from someone that's not going to have a relationship with my child.
What if you
Fair
need
enough.
it? What if you need it?
I wouldn't
Obviously,
ask
yeah,
someone that.
but it was-
Let's say something.
Do you know
You
what
need it,
it is?
this is why you
It's
need it.
I wouldn't expect that from someone who doesn't have a
I hear what
relationship
she's
with
saying.
your
I do hear what she's saying.
Yeah.
Because why would you want to be
It's for my child, but you
I'm
don't
gonna
know
lie.
my child.
So
So
me,
is it really for my child or is it for
level of
me?
friendship.
Do
So
you know
if
what
you're
I'm
my
saying?
close,
Like-
close friend, you better be there. If we're not really that close, like if we're friends, but bro, we're seasonal friends, like bro, it's a
Yeah,
seasonal
but the question
thing.
says close friends, yeah. So listen.
Mhm.
It's a close friend.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is close
okay.
friends.
So think about it. Alright, cool. As a friend, I'm pretty sure if there's something that if
Close
you're close friends,
friend,
yeah,
yeah.
there's always going to be at some
Yeah.
point in that
Sorry.
friendship where there's going to be a little
Yeah,
tip
that's
or whatever, and that's going to be because you've got a different way about going about things. Once you communicate that with that friend or whatever, it's either you hear what each other are saying and don't do what pisses each other off or not. Do you get it? So I'm pretty sure like you're having a child, you've probably spoken about it with this friend like, oh yeah, we're gonna raise our kids together. I don't know, like depending on, it's obviously they're both girls in it, so I'm pretty sure a lot of girls you plan this stuff like if you know you get pregnant, you want to
one
stay
of
in
my
touch,
best
you want your
friends,
kids to grow together.
I don't really see her like that. Like the best friend I grew up with, I don't really see her. She's actually never met my child in real life. I don't feel no type of way about it if I'm being honest. Do you know why? Because bro, we have two different lifestyles, and I can understand that sometimes you can still be friends and still live two completely separate. Her lifestyle, like you're single, you're free, you're doing whatever you're doing. You're free to do whatever the hell you like with no responsibility. You see me? I've got responsibility as at the end of the day. I can't be out, like, to a certain level, I still have to remember, cool, I've got a child to go back to. But yeah, I have a responsibility. She's in a position where, bro, you can do whatever the hell you want. You got no restrictions. You can travel wherever. Why? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a hater. Me, I want to see my friends do whatever the hell they want. As long as you're smiling and you're happy and you're good and your mental health's good, do whatever the hell you want. However, I would preferably want you to try and prioritize my child's relationship at some point. But I'm not gonna lie, my friend that hasn't met my kid, I'm not mad at her. I'm not upset about her. I don't feel no type of malice towards her. When she's ready and she's ready to sit down and have a relationship with my child, she will, and I believe that she will. But
So
as of now,
that's why what like the question saying there that you can't someone I think it was you just said that friend is the person who's got the child is selfish. It's not selfish because based off of just like what she said, you ain't doing anything for the child, so why financially should you? So
and
like
also,
now, for me,
when your
if
child's
for me,
under a
I
certain
agree.
age,
don't
there's
mean
nothing to do with the kid.
One sec. If money don't mean
But
nothing,
forming a relationship is the only
Yeah.
thing.
I
you
understand
have to
that,
do in
but
my mind.
sometimes, I can't lie, sometimes with me, yeah,
I
when
don't
my friends
expect
come
you to take my kid out, but my kid needs to know who you are.
No,
who your
100%.
auntie
But
are.
with my
Yeah,
friends, when
morally,
it comes to
that's
my
yes,
kids,
so-
my friends are very openly come to my house. They don't have to call me and tell me to come to my house. They'll come knock on my door. Like we have a very family-like relationship. That's my family. When they come to my mom, they can come to my mom's house. They can come whatever, knock on the door and pull up. But when it comes to like me and my child, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather it just be me and my kid. Like sometimes it's more peaceful.
No, I understand that, but that's not part of the question, though.
No,
So, yeah.
it's
more
more
about
about
friends and like.
Okay, cool. So now, if there's now a if there's now a birthday for your friend's child, but now you've just decided you ain't attended nothing to do with the child, like for the past 3 times, the baby shower, the birthday, the first birthday, but now there's another event that you could go to, and you decided to
I'll
say,
be right, I feel like
wait, let me have my point. You decided to now say that, oh, I'm not gonna come because you know what, I feel like having me and my Sunday. That's selfish. Because you haven't attended that. If you are a friend to someone, there's a point
That's
where
what I
it's
was
like,
about to say.
you need to come forward and be a friend.
In a
Choose
friendship,
that.
you need to understand each other's lives.
Yeah, that's
so
what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying,
might have
like-
your
I
own
can
life, but you know
understand
my
that,
life
but
is
I'm
me and
not-
my
I'm
kids.
It is,
So I said,
110%,
she
but
missed
also,
this baby shower.
brother,
Missed the
she didn't
birth-
ask you to have
birth.
that. That
They
kid
missed
is
the
my
first
responsibility,
birth.
respectfully.
Yeah.
But it's not that she's
It's not about
expecting you to do
responsibility.
anything for the
It's not
kids.
about
You just need to be
You want,
there.
okay, but okay,
You don't have to do anything for the kids.
not
Just
about-
be
it's not
there.
even about- it's not even about
I'm
you.
not disagreeing with her.
Take
I'm
away
just
the
saying
child.
time is expensive to some people. Do you get it?
Take away the
So
child.
maybe-
You haven't even
so wait,
come to
wait,
check on that
time
kid
is
after birth or nothing.
time to some people is
Right.
expensive. And money, if I'm not gonna lie, if money to you is something not disposable, but if money is something that you can easily give to people over your time, that is what people do. That's why people will replace the fact of time with money. When you go to work, you're paid for your time, correct? Okay, so if
I think it just depends on what you value more, innit?
I think I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I think it depends on our relationship. My friend that ain't been around, I'm gonna lie. I don't feel no type of way, no bad. I don't think there's any malice behind
But
us
obviously,
having a relationship.
It's not even about us. You need to remember the question is
Close
this
friend.
person.
This is my close
Can you wait?
friend.
No, it's not about us.
But
Don't
I'm not
ask-
gonna lie,
No,
I don't
wait, Tashai. This is not us. We need to delve into what the person has come to us. They've said that they feel away because their friend is not doing anything other than being financially there.
Is it? Wait, whose perspective is it from?
agree.
No,
Whose
no,
perspective?
no,
Wait, no, whose perspective?
The friend,
is
the friend.
is
So
with the
person,
child.
the person who's complaining is the person who's got the child. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying we need to. It's opinions on how they're going about the situation. How they.
Okay,
go
so
about
I'm a
it.
person
Don't
with
you
a
got
child.
yourself? Is that
But I'm a
person
person
well,
with a child.
Yeah, but
Okay, so if I'm telling you that I
What
don't.
about another person?
And I said
Yeah,
exactly what I said.
We're not
I don't
saying
feel
no
type of way,
way,
and I
I'm
don't
saying
think you're
what I
wrong
need
at
to
all.
say.
Do you
Yeah.
get it? But for me, certain of my friends that
What's your
haven't built a
preference?
relationship with my child, I
It's
don't.
not that. It's not you. It's not about you. That's what I'm saying. You're
Did you hear what I
asking
just
a
said?
question. I know. I'm not
Me
disagreeing with
personally, yeah, but this is where.
Shai, come on, hello. I ain't listening to what you're saying because it's not about you. I'm trying to say.
You just said about another person, correct?
No, the person who is in the question. I'm trying to say.
There's no real person. It's a subject. So if I'm
Can
saying.
you listen? Can
Go
you
on,
listen? There's a
go on,
scenario.
go on,
There's a
go
scenario. Answer the
Okay.
question as if the person is there. Like I'm.
Okay,
answering
so my
what
answer
you're
is-
No, it's not about your answer. About yourself. I'm trying to say. Answer the question. Is that person like? Are they wrong? Or are they selfish for feeling the way they do about that friend not being a present
Physically
friend?
there, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not about you. Whatever you do, that's you. You and your friends. are
Okay,
trying to
but what is the
relationship.
question?
What? So what are you?
You're
talking
asking a
about?
question about someone with a child that is a mother, correct? If
No.
I have an opinion,
No,
right, bro?
you can have an opinion. You
Shut
can
up.
have an opinion, but
You're
then
asking
again,
people
you're
to
not
come on the
answering
show,
the question.
answer a question,
You're not
and then
answering
tell
the
us
question.
and say.
You're saying your opinion. Your opinion is not. the
Okay,
only thing.
I
Answer
also
the
said
question.
other people. Open your flipping
Yes,
ears
we
and
hear
listen to
that.
what's
We
being
hear
said
that.
and
But
shut the
I'm
hell up.
I'm saying
You're
right
clearly not
now.
listening.
I'm saying right now. There's a question.
I just said that. I
I'm
just
saying
said.
right now. There's a
Shut
question in
up.
front of you.
Just move on.
I'm saying right now.
Next.
There's a question. Everyone
So
else
stop
has something
talking.
to
I'm
say.
telling you, other people can talk.
You stop
So move
talking
on.
because these
Move
are
on.
have something to say. You're the only one
Am I not
talking
giving everyone
short.
shit?
Hey.
You're being disrespectful.
I said what
Then
I
say
said.
to Shaf
I
like
said
you're
what I said. You don't let no one
Then say-
talk.
Have
You
you
don't let no one
at
talk.
one point did you hear him
You
say
don't
to
let
Shaf
no
like
one
you're being
fucking
rude?
talk.
Did you hear him say to Shaf like you're being disrespectful? Did you say him no?
Okay, I'm asking you for. That's it. Now I've heard your opinion.
I would say, so the question is speaking about a close friend. I would say I agree that it depends on the friendship, but personally, me morally, this is how I think. If it's my close friend, we already have a friendship, and I understand that we need to know each other's lifestyles and understand that. But for you to be my friend, you need to understand that I'm a mother with a child. So if you're my friend, do you know what I'm saying? You should also be including my child not into your life, but you should be accepting that I'm a mother with a child. So yeah. Guys, I got brain fog. Hold on.
You're saying that about.
Yeah, so as my close friend, I feel like if it was any of my close friends, I would accept that they also have a child. Financially, I'd appreciate the money and I'd appreciate the gifts, but for me, what's more bigger to me is that there's a relationship with my child. I don't want you to just be sending gifts or giving money to my child and they know of you and know of who this is coming from, but there's no relationship. My child won't see you and be like, oh, this is Auntie XYZ, Uncle XYZ. I'd rather you just not do anything at all. So I do believe that is selfish, but I do also take in the perspective that people are busy, but you're never too busy.
But also, wait, going off what you said though, for example, so in the question, it mentions that the friend has like made it clear that I can't be there. So, for example, for you now, let's say your friend's made it clear I can't be there. You already know that. You know they're going to send gifts. So for you, that friendship has to get done.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
Let me
done.
clear.
It has
Did
to
you
be.
say-
No,
It has to be.
I don't think it has to be done.
Because you're saying
No, you can still be my
Question,
friend, but
but
like, there's no relationship with me, you, and my child. You're just my friend. Don't worry about what I've got going on with
But
my
if-
child. Don't worry about no birthday. But you're my friend.
But
We can hang out.
The way they
That's
treat
not
you.
bad.
That's not bad
friendship.
Then what are your
It's not
really your
bad
morals and
friendship. You're not my
values?
close friend anymore, but you're my friend.
No, but then your morals and
We're cool.
morals
We're
don't
close
align.
friends.
That's
They're
the
not
thing,
No,
yeah.
I said that's what I just said. You're not my close friend no more,
Yeah.
but we're cool.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody tell me I'm wrong with what I think. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, you can say that, but then I've got a lot of close friends and I don't talk to them on a day to day or see them on a day to day. So, like I said, it's about that's what I've been saying.
That's what I said. It's about the relationship.
Me and my friendship group, we know what it is. So that's what I'm saying. If you know what it is, then that's that. But if it's a thing where it's like you know that you were supposed to know what it is, and now that person is not going by what it was supposed to be,
Then it's a
you
cut
don't
off
have the
for
right
me.
to feel away.
Yeah.
You can't
Cool.
disregard their feelings in that. Because
But
they
if
are
I
not
know
your
what's
child,
going on and
they
you're
want
still
you
not
around,
showing any effort to me,
you should
which
see
is
from a
friends.
from a point
Nah,
of love.
that's
They
fine.
want you around.
You're not my friend
understand?
still. You're not my friend. Let me tell you why.
God.
The love language that I'd expect for my child is the same as mine, right? Because we teach our children our wiring. If you can't love my child that way, then you can't love me that way. Our morals don't align, our values don't align, and our time doesn't. If what he's doing is the most he can do and it's not enough for me, then what are we being friends for?
Okay.
Like, we can be cordial
Yeah.
because
But
we're
what
not
about your
enemies.
friendship?
Yeah, but then you're not
We're not enemies, but
compromising.
we're slowly
You're
gonna
not
distance.
compromising.
But
Yeah, I
what?
agree with that,
But I don't have
that's
anything
my friend.
else to compromise.
friendship
No
Yeah,
compromise.
yeah, listen.
That means that the thing.
Yes, yeah,
Like
friendship.
you're saying, not like you cut off the child, but what about the friendship
That's
you have with the
bad.
person
Yeah.
separately away from your child?
That's
That's like
bad.
saying,
You
we can be
have to
cool,
remember,
but like there's nothing. Don't ask me about my
that's
child,
what
friendship, none of that. Like we're cool, but you don't worry about my life with my opinion.
So what are you saying?
That's
I'm
what
saying.
Yeah, you don't have to check up on my child.
I don't
Like,
In a
just hear
friendship,
you
in a
twice,
friendship,
I told them I know.
in a friendship, you guys can be like close friends. Like you guys been buddy for years. And obviously,
Really?
your partner decided to, not a partner, your friend decided to go to like abroad or something, and it's for business or he's doing sports and wherever he gets professional and this and that. You then have a kid during that time period.
You can't say a word.
They can't say a word. Like
Yeah.
obviously they're not going to be able to see.
but
the
that's a
child.
different circumstance.
But then-
You're all the way across the world. I'm not
Like I
expecting you
said,
to
my
catch a
friend-
flight to come and see my
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
This is an event that's been planned. So number one, I'm inviting you if I know you're in the country. I'm not going to invite someone from across the country to come to an event and be like, oh, you didn't come, so we're done. Let's use common sense here.
But if they've now lived there now,
They wouldn't
you're
be
gonna-
getting
you're
the
still
invite.
expect- You're gonna still, you might still expect. Oh yeah, one time you can probably fly back down to England.
No,
It's
No,
like-
but if
I
I'm
wouldn't.
given the invite, it has to be in time.
Yeah,
like
like-
a year before. Like I can't be just flinging
I'm gonna
that
cut you
in
off
a
because
month.
you didn't spend
Do you
the
know what I
XYZ
mean? Like-
money to come to the baby shower.
If I told you a year
Yeah.
before and
now
you didn't
that-
make the
you
time,
know now that the kid was born in this certain day. You know that from your friend this night. But every year, you know when that time period is coming up, so you already know in advance. But if we're just
Okay.
gonna miss each and every one and not even take time to come like down,
Then that's
that's true.
Yeah,
there's no compromise.
It's a problem, but I won't cut you off to that point because there must be a reason you can't come down. I'm not gonna cut you off and be like, because you didn't come to 3 birthdays, like we're cut off. But I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, we're close friends. We should be able to talk about
yeah.
it. To be honest.
What's actually going on? Because you've missed all of
It's
this.
more
Yeah.
for a friendship than seeing each other, innit?
I'm telling you, it
It's
depends on the
one thing
relationship.
You have with that friend, the relationship. That's what I'm saying. So you can't really put it down to that. But
And it depends on your morals as a person. Like as I said, me personally, it's like if I have a kid and you know me, I want you to know me and my kid. Other people will be like, you can just know me. You don't need to have a relationship with my child. But if you're my close friend and you know me, we're close. I expect you to have a relationship with me and my child, not just me.
Yeah, but then like what Lucas said, yeah, obviously if it said that, what was it that you said at the beginning of the question, that you've already told them that it's
Communication.
There'll
be some type of acceptance.
They could have told you that, cool, but now you need to, like, that depends on what conversation you now had with them. So if you now said to them, okay, cool, but come on, at least once a year you can show face, and now that once a year you're not showing face, then that's a problem.
It's a big
I'm pretty
problem,
sure, I'm pretty sure that someone, like, when they come to tell you that, oh, I can't be there or be around your child, you would have the conversation to say, alright, cool, yeah, that's fine. And then now, if you now feel the way after that, you can't be mad because you said it's fine. But if you now have the communication and I've said, yeah, at least come on once a year, and then now you're not sticking to that, then that's where, okay, cool, you missed 3 years. I can be vexed. I have the right to be mad.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It comes down to how genuine your friendship is. And if it's a close friend, I presume it should be genuine. So.
Alright guys, so would we consider that as selfish? I'm gonna say,
It's
I'm
selfish.
gonna say, can I even?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it is selfish, but I wouldn't label them as a selfish person, if that makes sense. Like, it's selfish.
Selfish from who?
From the friend side, sorry. Yeah, I'd say it's selfish from the friend side, but it's not a thing where I'm going to cut you off. But I would say, like, you are a selfish person. You haven't taken time out of your whole schedule, 365 days in the year. You're missing numerous events. That's what it said in the question. Numerous, not just one event. Which is going on a bit long now. You couldn't even show face. Come on, cut through 10 minutes. Hi, my name is. This is your gift. Huh?
FaceTime.
It's not all about FaceTime. That's not a physical bond.
I mean, it depends. Honestly, it just depends on what you built and what you came with. So the way people think will be differently. If you guys have that bond, you have that bond. If you don't, you don't, and then you're gonna throw away. If you guys resolve it in the end and come to a conclusion and be like, oh yeah, we can sort this out, then that's perfect. But some people generally can't because time and effort, and you're not gonna understand that you'll clash, and you might not even become close friends with you. But at the end of the day, it's just dependent on the person and the perspective.
Sometimes you need to understand what they're doing it for as well. Because if you don't know what they're doing it for, to you it seems one type of way they could be going through something that you don't know. They may not be open enough to tell you about it. But just because they don't show it doesn't mean they don't care about you. Do you get it? Okay. So you have to see it from that angle and that point of view as well. You also just be like stuck on that sort of tunnel. Wait, after all that, do you still think that you cut them off? Alright, cool.
Yeah, because as long as you communicate at the end of the day,
as long as communication's there, it's cool.
And you know what's up, then it's like, okay, I understand. Especially
but if there's no communication, I've given out numerous invites.
Yeah, then it can be seen as a piss take.
Yeah, there will be a cut off. There will be consequences.